Welcome everyone, I'm Amy. I'm an NPC bikini competitor who is on peak week. I'm also a nutritional therapy practitioner, and this is my peak week vlog. Oh my gosh, the weeks have flown by. I cannot believe we're here. The crazy thing is my coach competed this past week, and so it's kind of crazy that now I'm in peak week and he's just coming off of peak week. So in the intro, I'm going to talk about all of the many things that we have planned for peak week. There's really not a whole lot, which is cool, but lots of check-ins. So if you missed last week's video, you can find that linked in the little thing here that I do tell it to put in, and sometimes I feel like it does, sometimes it doesn't. So if not, go to my channel, you can find it there too. All right, so let's talk about, what my feedback was from my check-in, or from kind of my continual check-ins. So I left off on my last week video talking about I checked in a day late because my coach was competing on Saturday, so I checked in on Sunday, and then I checked in again on Monday, and he did send a new diet on Monday for me to do. Said I could continue doing my workout, asked how I was feeling, or if I was feeling good with my workouts. I said, yes, I'm feeling great. I'm also loving the celery and asparagus. It's a surprisingly killer combo. He said, such a good combo. It really is. So that was a new addition last week, added in. Some of my meals had asparagus and celery, which at first I was like, that seems like kind of a random combo, but I actually love it. So I steam the asparagus just lightly, so it's just kind of tender. And then I eat it cold, so like the celery is cold. And with the rice and the chicken, it's so delicious. So I have been loving that combo, like really loving it. He asked what days I was off this week. I said none. I said I'll even be working a little bit on show day. I have a really busy week, unfortunately. And he said, bro, I was going to try to have you do check-ins, weight, and photos before starting each meal starting tomorrow. And I said, I will do my best, but might not be able to get it in for every meal. So after that, I did send pictures, said I was due for meal 3. He said, go ahead. So just like last week, I literally checking in multiple times a day. So there are so many pictures. So if I flash some pictures up here and there, I might not, just because there were so many, because I'm checking in multiple times a day. So checked in multiple times with the weight, how many meals I had left, and then I try to do a check-in kind of in the evening. He made a couple changes, increased my fruit one night up to 100 grams instead of 50, which was great. And then always sending like evening weights as well. Tuesday, I did get another updated diet as well, with just a few adjustments to meal 1. And he asked, I may adjust more as the day goes on, have rice cakes and honey with you. And I said, yes, I have a whole case of rice cakes and lots of honey. Asked if I should do my legs and still do 15 minutes of easy cardio. He said, pull cardio, no legs today, switch to an upper, no more legs, no more cardio. Asked me to reduce my steps a little bit, which I have tried to do. I actually succeeded yesterday. It was the first day I made it to that level. I said, okay, I'll do push today and drive to my nail appointment instead of walking. So this is Tuesday. He said, minor glute work is okay, but light. No more legs or cardio, need to keep the legs fresh. And I said, rice cakes and honey. He asked if anything feels, or bring pretzels with me, asked if anything feels like it's digesting the best or just feels the best. And I said, rice cakes and honey feel the best. Chicken and rice also digest well. And he said, get some weights and photos today. Starting Wednesday, I'd like to be able to get weight and photos 30 minutes before each meal if possible. I know it won't always work because of work and stuff, but we'll see what we can do. And I said, will do. Tomorrow and Thursday will be tough with work, but I'll get you what I can. And he said, it's okay. I have an idea of where I want the stage weight to be already. And then really, as the week has gone on, same thing. I've just been doing pictures probably 4 to 5 times a day with my weight. And then we kind of chat a little bit if there's any changes. For the most part, there really aren't. Tommy is really good about kind of giving me bigger changes all at once, which is nice. Like, so if he wants to make changes, he'll do it like in chunks, because he does know that, like, you know, by the time I'm at work, I do have some extra things with me, like the extra pretzels, extra rice cakes, and honey. But other than that, you know, there's not a lot I can do to adjust other bigger meals, but it's worked out really well. So yeah, that's kind of it. We'll just kind of do day by day, multiple check-ins a day. The things I still need to do this week is pack my show day bag. My nails, I did get my nails done on Tuesday, and yeah, that's really it. My tan is Friday, kind of early afternoon, which is what I like. I like to have a lot of time to dry because I don't sleep well if the tan is still kind of like tacky. I really struggle to sleep. So like I try to do my tan as early in the day as possible with my work schedule, just to give it more time to dry. A couple of things that I found out about the venue this year that are kind of a bummer is that they are charging for parking, which sucks because it means I'll probably have to pay for parking at least twice, if not 3 times, because I have to pay to go for my tan. And then if I leave after my tan and then go back for check-ins, depending on the timing and how long my tan takes, sometimes it's like if I wait around for like an hour, I can just check in. Other times it's like it would be longer. So we'll just kind of see how that all goes that day. But then I have to pay for parking again the next day, and if I have to go back for check-in. So we'll see. I'm going to check with the hotel when I get there, you know, for my tan, to see if it's, hopefully I can get like a 24-hour parking, because parking's expensive. It just seems kind of not great. I mean, because, you know, my friends that are coming, like, now not only do they have to pay for tickets, but they also have to pay for parking. So I feel really bad about that. I mean, it's a lot. It's expensive. And then to have to pay for parking on top of it is just, it's kind of a lot. So I feel really bad. And it's a lot of extra money that I'm going to be spending as well. So it feels, this is a new venue. I went to this venue. So last year when I did the seminar with Ashley Kaltwasser and her coach Adam, it was at this venue because it was where the Mile High is held, the Mile High Pro Show. So I've been there for that, but I've never done a show there. And when I went there for the posing seminar, the parking was free. And apparently this is a new thing because they sent out a notification just yesterday. So I've tried to update everybody to let them know to prepare to pay for parking. And then I will have to leave in between prejudging and finals to run to work quickly. So like I don't have to pay again. I'm like, it's going to be a bit of a hassle, or a bit of an adjustment. Let's put it that way. A little bit of an adjustment. More than anything, I can't believe that it's here. Yikes. I mean, prep is coming to an end. My plan right now is to wear my my Toxic Angels bikini, the one from 2 seasons ago. So I haven't worn it in a couple of years. It's just blue and it's pretty, and that's my plan. I do have my backup suits as well, which are the Angel Competition bikini debacle from last year. And I've worn each of those suits, so they do fit me. So they're my backups, but I'm planning on wearing my Toxic Angels bikini. So I'm excited. I haven't worn it in a couple of years, and it should just be fun. Gotta practice posing this week, do some pump workouts, eat a lot of rice cakes, and then it's show day. Yikes. Oh, wow. All right. Well, I appreciate everyone for being here. Next time you see me, I'll be tan. Yay. I always say there is nothing better than the day after show tan. That is the best tan. Sunday morning. Oh, you wake up, you're clean, you're beautifully bronze. It's amazing and so much fun. So I don't know what's going to come next, but like I said, next time you see me, I will be tan. I'll be tan Amy. In addition to straight hair Amy, I'll also be tan straight hair Amy. Well, we'll see. But I will see you all here in whatever comes next. All right, well, I feel like this shopping haul could only be a peak week shopping haul because it is like the most unhinged shopping haul of all time. Last night, laying in bed, placed an Amazon order, and this is what we got. So Let's start at the back. So these two boxes here are both cases of rice cakes, and there was a third that I've already opened. So each of these has 6 sleeves of rice cakes in it. I have been eating so many rice cakes. I've been eating like a sleeve of rice cakes a day. So I'm going through a lot of rice cakes on peak week, which I am here for. But I will tell you what, yeah, there's rice cake dust on my counter right now. Basically, I feel like my entire life, and I said this to Tommy, is covered in rice cake dust, because if you know, you know. Plain rice cakes, man, they are maybe the dustiest food of all time. So that's the first thing. So I got three cases of plain rice cakes that I'm plowing through on the daily. The other things are a little different. So it's November, so there are turkeys everywhere, and I had never heard of this. So this is a turkey, and I put it next to everything so you can kind of tell the size. It's just a little guy. So this is actually called a Lil, L-I-L, Lil Butterball, and it is, on Amazon it said it would be anywhere from 5 to 8 pounds, and I'm like, a turkey? A 5 to 8 pound turkey? Like, I could actually, that's like a big chicken. So I got it, and I was worried. I still was worried when I ordered it last night. It is heavy, and it's frozen solid. So I was worried that it would show up and be like a 20-pound turkey, and I would not. I'm like, this is probably a huge mistake, and I'm gonna have to clean out my entire freezer to fit this in. But no, literally, it's just a little guy, and it fit right in my freezer. So I am super excited to cook that. Obviously, thaw it for a few days and cook it at some point. So if you are, not cooking turkey for an army and you just want to cook turkey for just either a few people or one person, they make these little butterballs that are 8 pounds. And I'm so excited. I love turkey, and I am super excited to cook that. And then the other thing, I was eating a lot of iceberg lettuce, as you guys know, and then it has been taken out because now I'm eating just a ton of carbs. But I am assuming that after my show, the lettuce will probably be coming back. We shall see. But either way, since I was ordering turkey, I ordered 3 heads of iceberg lettuce. So yeah, that's my could only be peak week, completely unhinged Amazon haul from last night. And we're back. It is the end of the week. I think I told you guys that the next time you saw me, I would be tan, but that is not the case. But let's talk about peak week, all the peak week things. So I hope you enjoyed my unhinged shopping haul. I'm really excited about that turkey. It was one of those things, I saw it on Amazon, and I'm like, and they said it was a 5 to 8 pound turkey. And I'm like, well, this is crazy, because usually even if you buy just the turkey breast, right? You can buy just the turkey breast with the bones, it's still 10 to 14 pounds. I'm like, how am I gonna get a whole turkey that's 5 to 8 pounds? I think I'm having I'm not reading this right. This is probably going to be a huge mistake. These are all the things in my mind that I was thinking. And then when that little baby turkey showed up, oh my gosh, it was perfect. I was able to just slide it right into this little spot in the freezer. I mean, I am so excited. I had no idea that existed. I mean, I don't know why. I guess it makes me feel kind of bad because it's like a young turkey, but if this turkey was fated to become dinner, I guess it doesn't really matter when it becomes dinner, but either way, I'm excited about the little turkey. And I'm actually kind of excited about all the lettuce. So I have been getting some really tasty veggies on my peak week. Tommy added back in, you guys know I'm on a meal plan, so this week a lot of my meals have had celery and asparagus in them, which is an amazing combo. Did we start that last week? We started that last week, I think. Either way, it's been great, and I've really appreciated having those veggies in my meal plan still, especially since I'm eating a lot of other carbs, a lot of rice cakes. It's been really nice to have that. So I have been taking, I usually in my outro talk about what I sent my coach for feedback, but it's just, we literally have been checking in 7 to 8 times a day at least. So what Tommy's been having me do this week is I check in first thing fasted. I drink my morning electrolyte beverage, and then I give him another weight and pictures. So I get up, I weigh myself, I drink my electrolyte drink, give it 10, 15 minutes, weigh myself again, take pictures, and then he wants pictures 30 minutes before each meal. So because I am eating 5 to 6 times a day, that's literally, so there's the 2 check-ins initially and then a post-workout check-in. So there's so many check-ins. So to show all those pictures would be insane. So rather than try and point them out individually, I'm sure I'll probably just put some of the peak week pictures up as this video goes along or as this outro goes along. But it was really to kind of give you an idea of where things started with peak week. Tommy competed last Saturday, so he was a week ahead of me in prep. And my weight had been coming down all of last week. And then on Saturday, I hit like an even more dramatic low. So I was starting off like my check-in Sunday, as I mentioned in my intro, like I'd sent him the weights from Friday through Sunday. And my weight had, by that point, it had kind of stabilized and come up a little bit, which was great. It stayed pretty consistent throughout the week. And Tommy was spot on with like anticipating based on my nighttime weight, kind of where we would be. And it was different. I was, kind of expecting, or I was anticipating perhaps that like, man, all this food, like my weight was going to go up, but it really has just stayed really stable throughout the week. And I'm feeling so good. It's really weird. Thinking back on it, there were a couple weeks ago when when I was on my poverty macros and doing a lot of cardio. I mean, I can't even, it's hard to even remember what that was like doing like 55 minutes on the stairs and barely eating anything throughout the day, and like how underwater I felt. And then when the food started coming back, I mean, it was like instant. I was telling my assistant, there was a day that she was out, and it was like, that was the day that I started feeling normal again. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, where is she today? Like yesterday I could barely form a sentence. Like that's how I felt. Like I literally was feeling like I could like barely form words into thoughts. And like, it went away like that. And I've been feeling so good the last 2 weeks because I'm getting so much. It like doesn't even feel like I'm competing this week because I feel so good. So that's been great. And the checking in multiple times a day, like I'm so impressed with Tommy. He's right there always. We've made a couple of just very subtle changes to the plan, and I've got what I need for my show day plan, kind of like a little bit of an idea. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how it goes. It's been a very different kind of prep, but I've been loving it. And all preps have their ups and downs. And man, this last couple of weeks have just been like cake. Like they've been easy. Oh, cake. No cake for me. But it's been really cool. And it's cool to see how the body can change subtly, but also maintain. And I think, man, looking at my pictures, I'm like, I am just shocked at how much muscle I've been able to maintain throughout this prep, even at a lower body weight than I was on my last prep, which is just, it's crazy. It's really exciting. So all good things on peak week. I bought a turkey and a whole bunch of heads of lettuce randomly and a lot of rice cakes. And I've basically just been eating rice cakes like it's my job. I feel kind of bad. I feel like my assistant can hear everything that goes on in my office. I'm like, she probably just hears me like crunching on rice cakes all day. Cause like there were a couple times like Tommy's like 2 more rice cakes. I'm like digging through my stuff, getting more and more rice cakes in, and it's been great. So super easy peak week. Got my nails done, have been scrubbing my skin every day. Oh, this is a good thing to update you guys on. So someone had asked, I think it was maybe Matt, who asked what my experience was with Vasodry. So Vasodry, I think we started that last 2 weeks ago at most. So I've had it in maybe for like 2 weeks and then this week. And I've been using it on the back of my thighs, on my glutes and on my low back, and then on my feet. And I don't know if I feel like it's making a super dramatic difference or not. But I like it. I don't have I can't say there's any downsides to it. And would I use it again? Absolutely. I wouldn't say though that it's something that I started using and was like, whoa, like this is like game changing. But again, I did just say that I'm holding onto a lot more fullness, and maybe it's that I can just kind of see that fullness a little bit more, getting rid of some of that water. I am a fan. So I would, recommend it to anybody to try it. I see zero downside to it. It's absorbs well. I am going to stop using it, the day before my tan, just because you don't want to have any other things, especially since I'm only using it on certain parts of my leg. I don't want to have that interact with the tan. So I'll keep using it on my feet. But for like the 2 days before my tan, I'm definitely going to take it out. So that would be my only caveat there is to, I don't know how it interacts with tan. So for me personally, I've decided, to take it out 48 hours before my tan, just to make sure that there's like nothing on my skin. Speaking of which, there's also no hair. I've covered that in other videos, and I might talk about it again. Like if anybody wants to know like more specifics about skin prep and shaving, kind of is just this big task to shave your whole body. But I have an amazing friend who shaves my back for me before shows, and man, I hold off until usually the Wednesday before, because once it's gone, like that hair, man, it does keep you a little bit warmer. I feel kind of like a seal, right? Like it just, ooh, it's cold. Once all the hair is gone, it's cold. But yeah, those are the peak week things. Eat a lot of rice cakes, shave your whole body, scrub your skin a lot, do a lot of skin prep, and pack my show day bag, all those things. So lots to come in next week's video. The show will be over and I'll have a recap of all that. So if you guys do have any thoughts, questions, anything at all, if you want to hear anything specific about show day, ask it in these comments because this is your time. But I do appreciate you all so much for being here. Please, 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 wherever you are, spread positivity and light to yourself and everyone around you. Right now, the weather forecast for show day is showing like 60s and 0 chance of precipitation, which is what we want. Don't want to mess up the tan. Also, don't want my hair to get curly again. Once I straighten it, if it gets wet, it gets right back to curly. So keep the hair dry and straight, keep the tan completely untouched by precipitation, and we'll be all good. So, I will see you all guys here next time.